Welcome back to another episode of the Leatherneck Insider. I'm Marty Doyle.
And I'm Cody Gill. We'll start things off with the Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week. Leatherneck Insider reporter Caden Strenz got the opportunity to speak with this week's winner.
What's up, Leatherneck Nation, and welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week. I'm joined by our winner, Ray Wright. Ray, how are you today?
I'm doing good today.
Thank you very much for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday morning. And obviously, last weekend you had some very strong performances. What was your main takeaway out of last weekend?
The main takeaway is it's something my coach has been saying all throughout indoor, that indoor is rough on our body, so we're taking it easy right now. And going into outdoor, that's where we want to put all of our money in the bank. So this past weekend is just the start of everything that we're trying to do.
And how do you mentally prepare yourself now for these events? Before, after? How do you prepare yourself for those kind of things?
So each event is different for me. So things like high jump, I try to zone everything out. I try to be as quiet as possible, as calm as possible. I listen to calm music. Events like triple and long jump, I'm trying to be as rowdy as possible, trying to focus on bringing as much speed in. So you'll see me around, like bouncing around, kind of in my own zone, trying to get ready for that event.
So 3 top 10 finishes last weekend. Your team is heading to Topeka, Kansas this weekend. How do you pick up that momentum from last weekend into this upcoming weekend?
It starts at practice, going hard at practices. Our coaches know what they're doing. They know what they have, what they want us to accomplish. So that's all about going to go get it done.
And then finally, one more question. Who is your inspiration and who do you look up to?
My inspiration would have to be my dad. He's the one that has gotten me to this position. He's the one that's believed in me my whole life and has done countless things to be there for me. So he's the one I look up to.
Well, that's awesome, Ray. Happy for you, and congratulations on this weekend's Athlete of the Week winner.
Thank you.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Caden Strenz.
Congrats to Ray Vaughn on his big week. He and the team are back this Friday and Saturday at the Ichabod Invite in Topeka, Kansas.
The WIU women's basketball team traveled to Tennessee for a 2-game road trip. Following huge wins over Eastern Illinois and SIUE, the Leathernecks were hoping to ride that momentum. They took on Tennessee State in their first game and fell to the Tigers 70-66. Reagan McCowan had 22 points, but that was not enough for the Leathernecks after having a 14-point lead at halftime. They would then take on UT Martin, but yet again would fall to the Skyhawks 75-55. Mia Castro led the Necks with 18 points. With the 2 losses, Western is now ranked 7th in the OVC with just a couple of games remaining. Western is back in Macomb today against Morehead State at 11.
Western Illinois men's basketball has been on a tough stretch of games recently, dropping 10 in a row. One bright spot, though, has been Alabama State transfer Sean Smith. My partner Marty Doyle recently got the chance to talk with Smith about his season.
Senior guard Sean Smith has recorded the milestone of 1,000 career points in college basketball. He breaks down what it means to him through his basketball journey.
It means a lot because it's something that I didn't get to get in high school. So, just doing it at a college level, now everybody gets to do it at a college level. So just completing that, it feels good.
It hasn't been the season the Leathernecks have expected, but Smith is trying to pull the positives from this year.
Yeah, for sure. Like I just said, meeting new people, coming together, building a brotherhood. But, I feel like the season's not over. It's still a chance that we can make it to the playoffs for sure. We just got to string together wins and come together. But it's been fun this season so far.
Reporting for Leatherneck Insider, I'm Marty Doyle.
Smith and the Leathernecks will look to try to end the losing streak tonight at home against Morehead State at 7:30.
The OVC basketball championships are almost here. They will feature the top 8 teams on each of the men's and women's sides. Both championships will be using a merit-based format where the number 1 and number 2 seeds receive a double bye to the semifinals, while the 3 and 4 seeds receive 1-game byes into the quarterfinals. The first round includes the 5 against the 8 seed and the 6 seed against the 7 seed. All session tickets for the 2025 Ohio Valley Conference Basketball Championships, presented by United Fidelity Bank, are on sale. The OVC will host the 2025 Men's and Women's Basketball Championships at the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana. We'll head into a short break, but when we come back, we'll take to the diamond to catch up with some Leatherneck softball and baseball.
Western Illinois University. Our beginnings in 1902 focused on providing affordable teacher education training. We've changed with the times and excelled through the years. Today, Western is positioned for the next 100 years and beyond. Affordability of diverse academic programs, outstanding learning opportunities, and hands-on experiences provide excellent job placement for our graduates. This is Western, forever Western.
Welcome back. The WIU softball team kicked off their season this past weekend at the Rosemont Dome tournament, going 2-2 in their 4 games. Malia Robertson and Peyton Brown led the way offensively, combining for a .484 average, 7 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases. Peyton Brown also hit the walk-off home run in the 5-4 win against Butler. Kathy McChristie pitched 9 2/3 innings in her 2 outings with a 1.45 ERA. The Leathernecks are enjoying the weather in Hawaii for the Hawaii Spring Fling Tournament. They'll play Cal State Bakersfield twice, Hawaii, Sacramento State, and Utah Tech over the next 3 days.
WIU baseball has wrapped up their first pitch dinner, and now they look ahead to their first game of the season. The team will head to Itta Bena, Mississippi to take on Mississippi Valley State and Alcorn State. Leatherneck Inside reporter Kobe Blackman has more with the story.
WIU baseball has wrapped up their first pitch dinner and now looks to kick off the season this weekend in Bena, Mississippi. I got a chance to speak with head coach Terry Davis.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think anytime, obviously it's a huge fundraiser for us. But anytime from a financial standpoint, it helps us to operate the way that we want to operate, which is at a level that's pretty good relative to our level. I think anytime that you get an opportunity to bring a professional baseball player or someone that's had professional baseball experience or a lifelong career in the game of baseball, just anytime that we're able to bring someone successful to the community of Macomb and to be around our players for a couple days, I think that's a really good thing.
Coach Davis is also excited to get the season started and likes the competitiveness of his team.
We're excited to get on the field. Hopefully we'll find a way to get on the field against somebody somewhere this weekend since it's opening weekend. And we've got a new team this year. We've got a more competitive team. This is year one in a lot of ways in terms of everybody on this year's team was either recruited to come here or asked to come back. And that's a really good feeling in itself. And we have a competitive group right now that's got a little chip on their shoulder, and we're excited to get going and get out there on the field against someone other than ourselves.
I'm Kobe Blackmon, report from Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Kobe, and good luck, Leathernecks. Stick around. After this short break, we'll hit the tennis courts in our latest segment of the Upset Alert.
Taking me home, taking me home.
Here, I engineer the future.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I have countless opportunities.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I do research.
Right here at Western.
The WIU tennis team went 1-1 last weekend. The team fell 7-0 to Northern Illinois, but took down Northern Iowa 6-1. Laura Souza, Anna Trush, Paige Grice, Mona Fawcett took care of doubles play, winning 6-2 and 7-5. In singles play, Grice, Fawcett, Roudier, Souza, and Goublier all took their singles matches, leading the team to a 6-1 win over UNI. The team is back in action, playing host to Creighton University on Saturday at 5 p.m.
College basketball takes a spotlight for the next couple of months, and our very own Caleb Mays has us covered.
Welcome back to the Upset Alert. I'm Caleb Mays, and today we have a lot to dive into as we get deeper into conference play and the road to March has truly begun. Let's kick things off with a big welcome back to Dick Vitale, who returned to broadcasting after 2 years gone, beating cancer for a remarkable 4th time. Vitale was in the house to call Clemson's massive upset of the number 2 Duke Blue Devils 77-71 on Saturday, February 8th. In the Big East, the St. John's Red Storm, led by legendary head coach Rick Pitino, find themselves with a number 9 ranking in the country after 10 straight victories in conference play. They now sit at 12-1 in the conference and in first place, trailed by just 1 game by the Creighton Blue Jays, winners of 9 straight as of February 11th. Creighton is the last team to defeat St. John's when the two put on a barn burner, resulting in a 57-56 victory for the Blue Jays. The two Big East powerhouses will do battle in a must-see contest at 2 p.m. Sunday in Madison Square Garden. Now heading over to SEC play, number 1 Auburn was defeated by number 6 Florida on Saturday the 8th. This marks just the 4th time in the last 40 years that number 1 and 2 have fallen on the same day. Auburn and Alabama, the number 1 and 2 ranked teams respectively, take each other on in a must-see battle in the basketball version of the Iron Bowl today at 3 p.m. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning into the Upset Alert, and the road to March is on. Back to you guys.
An exciting stretch of college hoops coming up for sure, and truly a remarkable sight to see Dickie V back again. Well, it's time for another break, and when we return, we'll move to the pro level to talk about NBA All-Star Weekend, as well as take to the ice to talk some hockey. We'll be right back.
Not W?
It's not W, it's W. 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 That's what I've been stressing out about the most so far. It's saying W because I know it's something you're going to say right. Yeah, we've been there.
They're like, we're waiting on, what are we waiting on? They haven't said anything. All right, we're ready to go. We can start.
Hello everyone, I'm Will Thomas.
And I'm Dane Mackley. Welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider.
Welcome back to Salee Hall. The 2025 NBA All-Star events are set to kick off this weekend. Trae Young and Kyrie Irving are set to replace injured stars Giannis Antetokounmpo and Anthony Davis for the All-Star game. The festivities will kick off today, starting with a celebrity game. Then, the highly anticipated three-point and dunk contest will follow on February 15th. And to close it out is the newly formatted All-Star game that is slated to tip off at 7 p.m. on February 16th.
The Four Nations Face-Off is underway with the best hockey stars from Finland, Sweden, Canada, and the United States getting together for a tournament that replaces the All-Star game for this season. Each team plays 3 games in a round robin. The 2 teams with the most points advance to the championship, which takes place a week from today in Boston, with USA and Canada being heavy favorites to meet for a chance to win bragging rights for their nation, while USA Hockey is trying to win its first best-on-best tournament since 1996. Games are streaming on TNT and ESPN.
The New Orleans Saints have finalized a deal to make Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore their new head coach. At just 36, Moore becomes the youngest head coach in the NFL. Moore previously served as offensive coordinator for both the Cowboys and Chargers, but the Super Bowl winning coach will now get the chance to run the show in New Orleans. Don't go anywhere. Your favorite segment is right around the corner, bringing you a Super Bowl recap.
Your vision.
My goal is to work at a top 100 television station as a reporter, anchor, and a producer.
Our mission.
Thanks to Western, I have a resume that would beat out most students from the top journalism schools in the country.
This is Western Illinois University.
I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
It's now time for another episode of Kobe's Corner. Kobe, what do you have for us?
Welcome to the third segment of Kobe's Corner for the spring semester. I'm Kobe Blackmon, joined here by Ada Racine. Ada, definitely the Super Bowl we did not expect. Eagles take care of the Chiefs with ease, 40-22. And Ada, we got to turn to defense right away for the Eagles. Who do you highlight?
First, I want to give credit to Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. He called a fantastic game for that defense. His defense had 6 sacks on Patrick Mahomes and that stout Chiefs offensive line. He made that Chiefs offensive line look more like the Bears offensive line. Yeah. So huge credit to Vic Fangio. I definitely believe he should get a second chance at a coaching gig, maybe next year. Maybe some teams will be interested in looking at him. Also want to give credit to Cooper DeJean with that pick 6 that really, started the Chiefs' downfall. And then Josh Sweat, 2.5 sacks.
Yeah, the Eagles' front line was just physical throughout the whole game, and 6 sacks and no blitzes as well, which leads me to my next question. Mahomes arguably played his worst game ever as a pro. Should we be worried? Is this the fall-off of the Chiefs?
No, I wouldn't be worried if I'm Patrick Mahomes. I mean, everybody has those games. Peyton Manning had that against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and then Tom Brady, you know how many times he's failed in the Super Bowl, but he always seems to, find a way to get back up. I'm not worried for Patrick Mahomes at all.
Yeah, for the first time, Mahomes just looked uncomfortable, and it was just surprising to really see that good of a player just struggle. 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So it's not the worst, but it's still, just not used to seeing that. And we got to show Jalen Hurts some love. Super Bowl MVP love, 2,903 yards on the season, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. the story has grown that he doesn't play like every other quarterback, or he's just not a good at passer. Do you see Jalen Hurts as a top 3 QB?
After his performance in the Super Bowl, I definitely think he makes a conversation for top 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, his performance in the Super Bowl was fantastic, but he has the best offensive line in the league, and then he has some of the best weapons in the league. So I wouldn't say he's top 3. Maybe put him in a different situation. Is he top 3? Maybe not, but I'm not taking away anything from Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. He had a fantastic Super Bowl. Huge congratulations to him.
Yeah, and you talk about Saquon Barkley. I'm going to throw an extra question in here. Do you think Saquon Barkley was the MVP of this year?
And, I mean, he was so close to that rushing title, too. I mean, he, without a doubt, got the Eagles over that Super Bowl hump, and he got the Eagles, their first Super Bowl in 8 years. So, very possibly, I definitely think he could have been the MVP this year.
Yeah, Barkley and Hurts just play very well together, and I think Hurts is a top 3 QB. I think he showed a little bit of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Those two really blended together. But, that's going to wrap it up for this segment of Kobe's Corner. Have a great weekend, McComb.
Thanks, Kobe. Yeah, the Eagles defense really dominated that game. Really tough loss for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it really made Patrick Mahomes really struggle that game. Really struggled.
Yeah, well, that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to check us out on our socials at Insider WIU. For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Marty Doyle.
And I'm Cody Gill. Have a happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We'll see you again next week.